What the heck happened? Hi everyone, Tiffany here, and welcome to my quilting life. So again, another episode of Sew Sunday. Today is the 7th of April. I had to think about that one. And I have a fun thing I have been working on. I found the box last night and I said, well, I got to do something about this. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button somewhere down here and the notification bell will pop up. Hit that and you'll get notifications every time I'm live. Other than that, welcome everyone. Hi Diane, hi Linda. I'm gonna let a few people get on while I close the door for loud sounds and stuff. Hi Ramona, hi Vanessa. Nice to meet you. Yep, I'm on there every Sunday too. I seem to watch everyone just as much as everyone watches me. So, yep. Hi, Vicky. All right, guys, so I'll be right back. I'm just walking to the door. So, I have lots of projects. I started a long time ago and I have all these boxes and boxes and boxes and I'm like thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do with them all? So I decided it is time, since Sew Sunday is specifically to get you guys up and sewing on Sundays, because Sundays is pretty much mostly everybody's day off. And if it's not your day off, there's got to be an hour or two of space available to get some sewing done. So I was going through boxes and I found this box. It's a shoebox size. And I had a bunch of stuff in it, but I had no papers or nothing in it. I was like, okay, what was I doing? So I know I cut myself some hexagons, some big hexagons. And then I know that there are 8 piles of 7. So I know that there's that. And I had the red in here with it. So, probably like 2.5 yards. I don't know how much I actually cut off of here so far, but this is what's left. So more than a yard. Maybe there was almost 2 yards. I don't know. So whatever it was I was doing, I don't know, but I decided to change it up and make something new out of it all, since it's just sitting here. And they were all pre-cut, this part, the hexagons. So I decided to cut. I'm going to tell you guys this all right now. So these hexagons, I don't know if any of you've seen this, and I don't even know if you can even see this. Let's see, do I have something to hold against this thing? If I lay it here, you can see it. It is a hexagon on one side. Oh my goodness, I don't have nothing to hold up against it. Squiggly kid paper. Nope, you can't even see that. So it's a hexagon on one side, and then it is a triangle on the bottom side. There's an angle where you can kind of see it. So it's an 8.5-inch hexagon. So I had cut all these out, you know, on the top of the hexagon, and then just cut the last side because it also has the end right here. And yeah, so since I have the size of them all, I went ahead and cut corner pieces for my hexagons, which eventually end up looking like this. So again, I'm pretty sure these were like 9.5-inch squares or 10-inch squares, because I do have some cuts left off of it. So they were probably 9.5 or 10-inch squares originally. So I cut out all these hexagons, and then these little pieces right here were originally a 4-inch by 6.5-inch cut, which I just cut 6.5-inch strips and then subcut into 4-inch strips. And then they were cut in half on the diagonal, so from corner to corner. That's how I got the measurement to add these on the ends. Obviously, there's a lot of waste with this quilt that I'm working on here. Let me pull out a piece that hasn't been trimmed so that you can see. So this top piece right here will go bye-bye, and then the bottom piece will go bye-bye as well. And the sides will get trimmed. But I made them bigger so that they hang over enough to have a seam allowance right here, so we don't lose any points of these hexagons. I want perfect points. Well, as perfect as I can get them at least. Hi, Sandy. So I got all these pieces. So if you guys want to start your own, you will need a layer cake because, like I said, there was 8 piles of 7. So there's 7, and they're all the same. So they were repeats. Whatever I was doing, I have no idea, but they were repeats. So there's 8 piles of 7, and so that's a layer cake pretty much. And then I have about 2 yards-ish total so far, maybe 2.5 yards of the red fabric, which so far has made these are the corner pieces that are going to be hooked on while we're on video, and then which again are 4 inch by 6.5 inch, and then we're going to add a top and a bottom. I'm going to add a top and a bottom piece, and I'll tell you that when I get that far. Because I'm going to make them look like they're floating. And since they're whole hexies and they're not chopped in half, I don't have to worry about building them and then trying to stack its matching color with it and laying it out in advance and so on. So I'm just going to start sewing. So what I do is I grab a piece and I take one of these and I stick it right here. And I put them right sides together. And this is the funky part. It hangs over quite a bit on this bottom half. And I want that because even though it's waste, I need that because I need to create a 1/4 inch seam on the side. And because it's a hexagon, it wouldn't normally like a regular seam would. So you need to have a lot of hangover. So I just like eyeball it to where it looks like there's, you know, almost an inch hanging off on both sides. And I just stick it under here and sew it. And then I even brought my iron right next to me so that I don't have to keep getting up. Although I think I need to move it just a small bit closer. That way I don't have to get up at all. And I can just turn and press and you guys can actually see it. So I got one on. I'll lay it back in front of me. So I'm going to take another side right here. And I'm going to do that same procedure. I'm going to hang over this top piece. And look, you guys, I'm getting right into it, just like that. Try the red fabric for us to see. What? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just plain red, if that's what you wanted. Just plain red fabric. And these are all different. So this is a red on red quilt. Let me sew this little piece on. That way it's out of my way real quick. So it's hanging over. Sewing a 1/4 inch seam. I did not trim away. If you look, I did not trim away this excess right here. I left that on there. I'll trim them all away when I am done pressing, if they're even in the way, you know. I don't think they're going to be in the way because they're going to get cut away anyway. So I'm not going to bother with it. I'm just going to press it all. So I'm going to lay that out of the way for a second. So we have one that has white with little red flowers. And my stripes are all the different ways. None of the stripes are the same direction. So this piece is going up and down. Some of the pieces are going diagonally. Some are going diagonally the other way. Some are catty corner, catty wampus, blah, blah, blah. Here's another with a, what I would call off-white with little pinks and red flowers. We have red with white polka dots, but my red kind of takes it away. It's like it's not really blending in, it's blending out. Then we have a gingham, which makes it look weird on the monitor, obviously. Then we have red with white flowers. And an off-white with little flowery looking things and leaves. Pretty cute. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see. It's kind of hard. Okay, you can kind of see it. So it's a half of the ruler is a hexagon, and the other half is a triangle. An equilateral triangle, by the way. So you can cut whole hexies from this, and or half hexies, and or big huge diamonds, which I have no idea what I could do with those if I made it as a huge diamond. And then you can cut the small triangles, and it has the sizes, the inch sizes and stuff on it to cut them so you can add to it or remove it or whatever. I have no idea how to use it in full. You know, I just know that I cut the hexagons off of it. So it's pretty cool. And the hexagon part has 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, and 8.5 inch markings on it. Same with the triangle part of the bottom, but it also has the hexagon line. So if you make a line cutting something, you can make your small little hexagon just from this, and you just turn the ruler to cut the rest. So it's a pretty neat little ruler. I got it a long time ago. Does that work, Diane? Was I able to show you there? I'll move my little pieces out of the way and get back to this. So now, since I got one side on, I'm just going to go ahead, lay the pieces on, and do the other side. And I'm just doing one piece at a time. I could also kind of chain piece, but kind of not, because of the whole hang off there. It's hard to chain piece with this much hanging off. So I'm just kind of cutting and going. Haven't done nothing, Sandy. Oh, well, that's fine. I do the same thing, too. Tomorrow's my lazy day. I'll still sew, though, because I got to work on the customer's quilt, the Nautical Star. Hi, Sonia. I didn't even see you. I'm trying to read. Huh. Okay. Did I miss anybody? All right. So now I'm going to sew this other one. Like I said, I'm not cutting this off. I'm just letting it, you know, sewing a 1/4 inch down the side. Letting it fold out of the way on my seam guide, because I can't sew a straight line for the life of me. I'm a cheater. I have a seam guide. Hi, Teresa. I knew I would see ya. So again, here's another piece. And again, all this will get trimmed off. And then I'm going to add a top piece and a bottom piece. So I don't actually know how big the block will end up, because it's going to be different, because I'm trying to make these float. Before cutting it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's like 10.5 inches now with these on it. So, but I only have 1, 2, 3, 4 more stacks left to do. So I'm just going to get to it. And I always, to put them on, make sure that I don't know how well you can see this piece, but I have a flat side on top of me and then the 2 sides. So I'm connecting to the sides, always having a flat piece in front of me and below me. So the sides with the angles are the sides that I'm adding these pieces to. And since I'm using solid, there is no right or wrong side of the fabric, unfortunately. So I don't have to worry about what side I put on what side, honestly. So chain piecing wise, I would just pick it up like this, grab another one, making sure it's the correct direction, which this is, I'm grabbing from the correct direction pile. Just hang them over and sew. I just have to cut, lift my foot, and run the next one down. This is weird. I add a comment and my thumb up goes away and I have to put it back. I don't know how that works. Sorry. Here's another stripe, and I'm going to make sure that it's totally a weird direction, because I don't want them all the same direction. Why? Because, well, I'm different and I want them all different. If it's not working, Sandy, you don't have to worry about it. Maybe it'll work after the video's over. I don't know how that works. I've never done that it's never done that to me, but then I actually have never gone back and checked. Most of the videos that I've clicked like on still have the likes on them. At least as far as I know. I have only rewatched a bazillion videos a bazillion times. Yours too, Diane? I don't know then. Just wait till the video's over, I guess, guys. No big deal right now. I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Everything coming in clear, though, on everybody's end today? Cool beans. Yeah, I try to rotate through the cameras because I have 1, 2, 3 cameras there, and then I can't. Oh, there's another thing that's new. For those of you who don't know and haven't seen, I cannot live stream from any of my mobile devices until I have 1,000 subscribers. Well, today I hit 290. But unfortunately, 1,000 is a long way to go. So, you know, you can always like and share my videos, and maybe that 1,000 number will come faster. But I'm not too worried because I have the computer, but I just can't take the computer into the garage. So those of you who are in the quilting group that I have on Facebook are the only ones that are going to see any long arm quilting, because that is the only way I can do mobile devices in the garage. I can't bring the computer out there. I don't even know where I would put the computer or how I would hook a camera to a cable up on the long arm. That's beyond me right there, because I don't know how to do any wiring to make it work. So those of you who are in the group, don't forget to join it. If you're not, make sure that you joined it, so that way you can see videos of long arming. Yesterday just so happened to be the 3-year-old long arming class. The 3-year-old teacher got up and did her thing. Swiggle, swiggle. Hi, Tracy. Can you look at me and see if likes are showing up on your end? Let's see. No, it says I have 9 and 12 watching. Hi, Maria. Welcome. It's always nice to have new friends. I love new friends. Yeah, it says I have 9. Like I said, guys, I'm not worried about it right now. I think the only reason why likes actually affect anything is the more likes on a video and the more views on a video, it puts that video at the top for when people type in something quilting related and they want to know, then my video will be the first one they see because it has more likes or more views or more this or more that. So Marla. Okay, sorry. I can't, my reading that far, it's a big enough screen, but the writing is still small. All I see is me very big. I don't see the screen very big. So sorry about that, but welcome either way. What's everybody up to today? Anybody get any sewing done? Anybody find any boxes hiding with stuff in it? You don't know what it is, but you need to finish it, like me. Oh, I'm sorry though, Marla. It's just because from here, the screen, like that's why my glasses on. Normally I wouldn't wear my glasses. The screenwriting is like this tiny, and then everything else on the screen is literally this big, huge box. But the chat thing is on this little side area, and it's so small. And I don't know how to make it bigger because I'm really the not technologically smart. I couldn't get the word out, guys. It's one of those days. Sunday. The end of my week. Tomorrow will be the end of my weekend. Even though tomorrow is Monday and work for most people. Tomorrow is my day off, where I get to sit and work on a customer quilt all day because I'm at the next stage. So I'll have more videos for that Mariner Star. I don't know if it's going to be live feed or if I'm just going to make 20-minute videos off and on yet. I will figure that one out tomorrow. I'm not worried about it right now because I haven't even cut out the pieces yet. I'm actually using an iron with no steam today. Can you believe that? No steam. I don't want to have to get up and refill it with the water bottles a bazillion times. The steam goes quick. So it's weird to use an iron with no steam, though. Taxes done. Look at you, Diane, getting it done. Sewing a little bit. You've had a really bad day. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa. You should have told me. I'd have walked you through your bad day. No sewing for you today, Marla? Aw. Break it out. Sit at the table. Get some sewing done. We'll never reach the top. Never reach the top of what? Oh, I gotta make sure the piece is correct before I start sewing. Oh, yeah, me too, but I'm ignoring it. Well, my best to ignore it is by putting a smile on my face and doing some sewing. Or else I'm like this all day. Some of you have seen me like that all day, especially after my surgery. Too early yet. You sew at night. Yeah, I sew at night too. I was up like trying to prep all this to make a new pattern at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Because that's what I normally do is late night. That's why I'm not on till Sundays. And for me, it's like 5:58 here. So I'm not on any specific time though on Sundays, just usually after 5 p.m. But normally I don't sew until after 11 p.m. And then I long arm quilt from when I do go out in the garage and long arm. It's like 11 p.m. till 1 a.m. or so, or 2 a.m. sometimes. Spunky Tiffany tonight. Yeah, sort of. Because all the kids left. I'm in a good mood. The husband's changing the oil in the car. CJ's working for the neighbor, and I have the house all to myself to make noise and sew. Plus, I'm kind of excited to see what happens with this project because I don't know what I was originally doing, and I kind of want to know what I was originally trying to do, but now I don't care kind of way. I guess it's one of those weird things. I don't care, but I want to know because I'm going to make it awesome. And it shouldn't take too long to do. I haven't cut the next pieces yet. As soon as I get all these done on these, then it should go pretty quick, the trimming and adding of next pieces, because that I can chain piece, like super chain piece. It's going to be strips, so. Hi, Faith. Hi, Billy. Get in bed before husband gets up for work. So, yeah. See, so I'm kind of chain sewing, but kind of not, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I'm popping them off and sliding them through because there's no way to actually chain piece. Mostly. I made sure that I went pee, had a smoke, brought me in some cold water, you know, all that to keep me good in here for what? Like, let's see how long though. Never know. Always have to get up and do something. I haven't eaten dinner yet, but the hunger hasn't hit like last Sunday where I was really hungry and had to go because of it. Did I say hi to everyone? Did I miss somebody? Somebody new in there? You guys must be talking about something that I must have missed. I'm not used to a dry iron. It's weird. It's like I gotta hold it longer. I'm used to just throwing some steam and it being done faster. And I'm always setting my seam and then rolling it back. These ones are a little bit more weird to do because if I don't do it just right, it folds over that end piece right here, like this little lip of fabric. I want that to at least stay straight. Even though it's getting cut off, I want it to stay straight. I might have to turn the fan on higher. It's not high enough. I'm starting to sweat with the iron directly next to me. Everyone getting their hellos in? All right, now to add the other side of every single of these blocks. Hoping I have enough of these little 4 by 6.5 inch pieces, or else I'm gonna have to cut more. Hoping there's enough fabric to be able to do the last of everything, because that would mean I'd have to go get more red fabric again. And I actually don't have this color. This is a different color red than I bought last time, because this was in the box with everything. And it was already sewn to a couple of pieces and I ripped it all out. But I figured that I would keep using it. Well, I see 12 thumbs up now, guys. So, like I said, don't worry about it. Watch it again later. Add them later. I don't care. To me, it doesn't matter. I just like having you guys here with me, and you know that. Everybody knows that. I'm not worried about all that other stuff. I know it'll help me in the future with YouTube, but I don't know. I'm not really too worried about it. The fabric you got, it looks orange on my phone. Have I done anything with the fabric that I got? It looks orange on my phone. My red looks orange from your phone. And the fabric I got, you mean from the Quilt Show fabric haul that I had? I have so far, you guys got to see this. So I'm going to get the box to show you. You guys want to talk about pre-cuts? Ready for this? See this tub? That's all pre-cuts. 2.5 inch strips. This is just the 2.5 inch strip box. So this is what I have done so far. There's just, hold on, I gotta pull it out so you can see. This is just one stack. So that's a couple jelly rolls right there. I'm trying to keep it nice and flat. So this is what I do with fabric like that, is this. So not only do I have 2.5 inch strips, I have 1.5 inch strips, I have 5 inch pre-cuts, 10 inch pre-cuts, and so on and so forth. So far this tub isn't completely full, but this is my 2.5-inch strip tub now. Instead of being in the smaller tubs that are kind of like this size, I decided to upgrade to the big, huge tub instead. So this is what I've so far done with the fabrics. And there's more in the piles all around the room that I have to finish doing, but it's really heavy. You guys talk about heavy fabric. This is some heavy pre-cuts. So yeah, that's what I've been doing with all of my fabric haul from the quilt show. Oh man, on high. Turn the fan on high so I can see. Yeah, I like to make my own pre-cuts. I have been told that maybe I should roll, match up some colors and turn them into jelly rolls and stuff and sell them, but I don't know. I can lift now, Teresa. I'm fine. The only thing I can't do is let babies kick me in the stomach. Oh my goodness. I can't lift Triana yet, but I can lift Sasha. That's it. It doesn't bother me. My belly is almost healed. The scabs are pretty much gone that were covering over the incision holes. Except for one. One has been really itchy and irritated. That's just my skin because it's in stretch marks. But I haven't had any other issues with the lifting. I still can't lay on my stomach though, which kind of sucks. Well, the baby weighs 32 because we just weighed her the other day to see how much I can lift. So as long as I'm not lifting 50 pounds or more, I'm good. And that box is probably like, I would say it's like a 25-pound weight. That box alone, just in fabric, it's really heavy. But yeah, that's what I do with all my fabric. Like, if it's not a full piece or if it's just like a quarter of a yard, I turn it into 2.5-inch strips. If it's a yard and a half, then it's 1.5 1.5-inch strips and say 5-inch pre-cuts. I kind of go it around. I already had it. I have another one coming up though. I already went to my post-op. I'm good. I just need my my bowels are not still performing properly, so I'm still having a lot of pain when eating and still haven't been able. I tried a burrito the other day. Oh, it was so good and so filling, but it didn't agree with my stomach. It still felt like it was coming up instead of digesting down. So obviously when I go back to the doctors again, I have to discuss that how much longer. He said 6 to 8 weeks, but we'll see. Not on that yet. That's the only thing I didn't get back. The only thing it was so far, the only thing they had back was the adhesions, the pictures of things, what he had to do, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes, like I said, it takes 6 to 8 weeks to have any information. I live in a small town, so everything has to be sent out. We don't have any labs or testing facilities here for that kind of stuff. Our blood even gets sent out from the blood lab. Yeah, that's the only thing I haven't got back yet was biopsy stuff. Once I get that, then I'll know. I'm doubting it was cancer or anything because he explained everything to me. My guts were stuck to my abdominal wall really bad. So, and they were stuck to themselves and stuck to this and stuck to that, and adhesions and so on and so forth. How's the weather for everybody? Is it starting to warm up? It's 92 here today. At least that's what my phone thing says. Could be less, could be more. It's windy and it was slightly overcast for a while today. But I live in Arizona. It heats up fast here. Do not eat glue no more. It's not filling enough. I'm just kidding. $70 and sunshine, Marla. That's my 70 and under. I cannot handle. 70 and above is my favorite. Raining, Teresa, but warm. Yeah, that's probably it. What killed you today? Raining and the humidity from it? That kills me every time. I know that. Diane, raining there too, huh? Faith, you have it 70s. We had clouds, but no rain. Ramona, you have rain too, but 57 degrees. You guys are all getting rain. Where is my rain? Blow it my way. Blow it my way. Even though it hurts my body, I think our town needs some rain. Because it's going to start heating up here soon, so much more that most people won't even go outside during the day. Everyone will be inside in their air conditioning, and I'll be in the swimming pool. Because we ordered the stuff so that I can set the pool back up. Can't wait, because I miss my exercising in the pool. That's what keeps me normal in the summertime when I can't long arm quilt. I go out in the pool and I do my swimming exercises. Raining and 60. Wow, you guys all have rain. That's crazy. That means the America is covered in clouds today. So, by the way, I'm adding my last and final piece of this one, and I'll have 3 more stacks. I'm kind of doing them 7 at a time, keeping the colors together, because when I lay this quilt out, I'm going to lay it out with their colors just rotating, I guess. I'm not gonna, this one isn't going to be for sale or anything. I'm going to put it on the couch or something in the living room. It should be, by my calculations, I think I wrote it down somewhere. This is how I write my patterns, guys. A little itty bitty sticky note. Front and back, I scribbled on it with my little genius ideas and the measurements I need. It should be like 60 by 80. Somewhere in that range. And that's by what I want to add to these as soon as I get to that part. Thunder and oh, I love thunder and lightning, Diane. I just don't like in the summertime when the power goes out from monsoon storms with thunder and lightning, because then it gets super duper muggy in the house, like super bad. Usually when the power goes out, though, I spend a lot of time in the pool, out in the rain with the lightning. Can you believe it? I'm that crazy. Normal for April here.
How's y'all doing?
Oh, let's see. Thunder. Okay, I already read that part.
Did you say what the name of your Facebook page is? You've been asked that.
Where did it say that? Oh, Marla, it's in the description below. Below this video, the description. It's it's Tiffany's Quilting Life, Quilting with Friends, or something like that is what it says. Just click on it. It takes you directly to the group. And you'll have to answer a few questions. You have to be subscribed to my channel. Obviously, I'm assuming you are. Let's see. Hold on. We had days of beautiful weather in Michigan. It's going to be 70 again tomorrow. So you don't have no rain where you are then, Linda? And then, let's see. Tiffany, stop. What crap? What am I doing, Teresa? Discipline me, Mama. No, I'm just kidding. Diane actually said she likes Spunky Tiffany today. Said it's because I was all alone in the house. Oh, by the way, Scott's in here, guys, if you guys want to say hi to him.
Now I am, but I can go back out in the garage.
Oh, yes. I asked Scott. He'll tell you. I have I just lay in the pool on my floaty while it's thunder and lightning and raining out, and I record the lightning in the sky. I have an obsession with watching and catching lightning bolts on film. I don't know why. I just do. That way I can slow them down and watch it in slow motion, how it comes and makes all the, like, whatever. It's actually really awesome to do.
Hi, Teresa.
Yeah. It may be dangerous for some, but for me, I'm a daredevil, you know. I don't got my motorcycle no more, so what do I got to do? Swim in a pool? Well, there's thunder and lightning outside. You know, and if you read in the papers, I don't think there's ever been anybody struck by lightning here in Havasu. I do it sometimes from the back patio. That way I don't get rained on if it's like in the middle of the night and I'm not in the pool. Monsoons usually hit from 4 p.m. to like 10 p.m.-ish. Sometimes even later, but usually 4 to 10 during monsoon season. And that will be around August, July, August, September. In those 3 months. Be heavy duty monsoons, and then it just stops, and then there's no rain for the rest of the year. It's kind of funny. Till the next year. I will be the first. Hey, maybe it'll give me a reason to have pain. No, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry because I like to be in the pool when it rains. I'm not sorry that there's lightning while I'm in the pool or while it rains either, because I like it. But I am sorry if I scare you guys. Everyone's saying hi, Scott. He walked out of the room. He was doing something. He had washed his hands. He changed the oil in the car, so. Although it's not like it really needed it. Yeah, we have monsoon seasons all throughout pretty much all of Arizona, really. I know it hits like Southern California areas too. Well, at least the aftermath of the wind, but we get like 100-mile-an-hour winds, and it looks like a hurricane outside when it happens, and palm trees start bending. And palm trees are pretty sturdy trees, surprisingly, but most of the palm trees in town have a natural curve to them now because the wind always blows a specific way on those trees. Kind of funny. You were afraid you were going to have to start over. The computer was on autosave. Trying to be the first. Oh, trying to be the first to get struck by lightning? No. You do. I don't know how to explain this, but MS, like in my body, my nerves jittering through me constantly, and it's painful. I don't know how to explain it correctly, but it's kind of like lightning anyway. It's like my body is being struck by lightning over and over and over again all day long. Like the pain that I feel through my body and the weird sensations that I get is the shocking sensation through my body is like lightning striking, and it's like it's zapped. So you take a cord and you open it up and then fold it in half after you cut the stuff away, and then it'll shock. Well, that's pretty much what's happening inside of me. So that's like lightning striking me constantly. Maybe the lightning might cure MS. Maybe that's what MS patients need. Sorry. I'm in the mood today, guys. I'm in a mood. My brain is going 100 miles an hour. Could be, though. Never know. There's cures for all sorts of things. Maybe lightning is the cure. Or shocks of some sort, you know, is the cure for MS problems. Never know. Don't think they've tested it. Nice temperature. Rained a little, but this afternoon when it stopped. To grow towards. Trees like to grow towards the sun. Yeah, well, our sun rises. Okay, so this window right here, this side, which would be my right side, is where the sun rises. So that would be the east. The back window, my back patio from noon on, is the sunset right at the lake. The sun sets over the lake, and it kind of gradually just moves throughout the year. So my left side is west. So if I look out the back door, I can see California because it's literally on the other side of the lake. All right, I got another stack done. 3 more piles to go. 4, 5, 6. See, I got them all mixed up again. This one's missing something.
Clean the air filter. Check the line.
Oh, it's missing that piece. Okay.
Car's good to go. Needs 1 more quart of oil, which we're going to buy tomorrow, but we ain't going to drive it for them.
2, 3, 4.
How long have you been
5,
quilting? Faith Smith
6,
is asking.
7. For 4 years. And this project was started probably 3.5 or more years ago. It was started in December of 2015. What it says on the box. So that's like 4 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this was the piece that was
When in 2015? December?
December.
Oh, 3.5 years.
Yeah. So 3.5 years ago, I started this project. I'll just lay those out of the way right there.
Because we're only in April now. Another 2 months, it'd be 3.5 even, but still.
Did you, Teresa? That's good.
Yep, Teresa finished the front of her embroidered project.
It's really pretty.
I'm
It's
sure
a lot
it
of
is.
work, though. A lot of work to set the machine that long and stitch and a lot of thread, let me tell you. Did you switch out threads, Teresa, by the way, in your bobbin so that you're not wasting all of the good colors? Or the more rarer to get colors, because every time I go to the quilt shop, if I want like a specialty red that I just got done using but it ran out and I need to go back and get some, it's always out. And I have to wait for them to get it in stock again. And I have to save the cone so I know the number of that thread. Well, then you better pull that out of the box, Faith, and get it done. From the 90s. I was in my teens. Get that done. This is why I pulled this box out. I have older ones too that I haven't even brought in the house yet because I ran out of room to obviously store stuff in here. So, but I have more that I need to bring in and get done. So see, these stripes are now going to go this way instead of this way. But I could also make them go this way. Ooh, that looks good. Let's do it that way. I'm making them go whatever way I want. As long as I have a flat top on the top, then I just add to my sides. Or my peaks, or whatever you want to call it. Because these are the peaks of the hexie, the sides right here. So this would be a peak up here instead of what you would call a flat top. This would be the peak of it. So I'm adding to the peaks of my hexies. And I'm probably going to have to cut more red because it almost looks like I might not have enough. It might be like 5 or 6 pieces too short. We will see. And I'm hanging them over. Don't forget. So if anyone wants to do this project with the hexagon, just take hexagon squares and then take some 4-inch by 6.5-inch rectangles and cut them on the diagonal one time and then hook them to the sides of the pieces. So this would be your top. You're hooking them to the sides and this side. So if anyone wants to do this, just let me know. There'll be pictures in the end when it's finally completed in the group or my page or anywhere. Like I said, this one's just going to be for our house. Although I do know another person out there that does videos that you guys know too that would probably love this quilt, and that is Jean Truelove, because that woman is crazy obsessed about red fabric quilts. Anything made with reds. She is a red lover. She loves her red fabrics and flowers. So you guys all watch her. I know you do. Rained and ruined your hair. What? Went to the ladies' room and was slipping between had fallen, looked like after harvest. Get what quicker from Amazon? Okay, let me see. What are you talking about? Oh, my thread, you mean? I don't want to order it from there. My quilt shop is actually pretty cheap. It's $9.95 for what I buy. The Glide spools. Yes, I do too. I don't know if, oh man, my iron turned off. I don't know if you guys caught it, but that circle one she did with the batiks, where she appliqued all those circles and then laid them all different ways. I totally want to make that with some batiks. But I don't have enough batiks yet. I only have one tub. One tub, and I don't buy it in yardage. I have one yard of it in a red color. But that's it. But yeah, what I was saying about the thread tree says I don't order it because it's actually, as long as I go on any day that's not Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the rest of the days of the week, the quilt shop is open, and I don't have to pay more than sales tax for it, because on Amazon it was more. So I just run to the quilt shop and grab what I need. And they have, like, I don't know, 120 different colors to choose from. Sometimes the shelf is not stocked, though, and they're out. So it just depends. Depends on if it's a week of a quilt show or something, or some kind of something, because that's when all the fabrics are usually gone. All right, now I'm adding the bottom for anybody who wants to know. Yes, it did, Diane. I don't know. I'm not much of an applique person, but I have a circular pieced quilt coming up that I designed that you guys are going to love. Made with layer cake. Or a layer cake of print and a layer cake of solid, actually, technically. I just haven't made the video on it yet, because I'm going to have to just turn it into a series since I don't edit. You guys know how much I hate editing videos. It seriously takes from the time to make anything when I have to edit, you know? It's like, I don't want to spend an hour making a video and then turn around and spend 5 hours editing it. It just, I don't know. To me, it's just nonsense. I don't know. I'd rather just go on live, chit chat, and make things. That's probably why I don't have a ton of subscribers yet, because I don't make a ton of videos, but I like the way I do it. Plus, I pretty much know all of you. This one says 17 watching. One thing about this screen as opposed to my cell phone screen, this screen at least tells me how many people are watching. But that's because the computer is a little bit different than everything else. If I went on from a different program, I can actually turn a pause thing on, like a be right back screen, and it'll play music while I'm in be right back mode. But it requires that program requires a faster upload speed, and I don't have that. I have the program, I just don't have the faster upload speed thing. Yes, it's a lot of wonderful people tonight. So many familiar faces. There is one that I've noticed is not here, and that is my California bestie, Michelle. Michelle, if you're watching this later, talk. Okay, Faith. You must be on East Coast time then to need to go to sleep already. But good night. Have a good night. Sleep well. Hopefully I will tonight because I didn't sleep last night. Yeah, she's been busy. She was up with me though in the middle of the night. So as all of you guys know, Michelle and I talk pretty much all night in the middle of the night sometimes. We talk from, say, midnight to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. You know, we're on like the same insomniac schedule. So we talked to about 2:30 last night. She actually knew I was doing this in advance because I was doing some of the pieces while she was talking with me. If you want to, Diane, it's no big deal. She'll see it later. If not, she could be busy with the babies. Dixie isn't here either. Yeah. And has anybody heard from Suburban Hillbilly? She had won the thing to win the pattern. She won the pattern, and she hasn't emailed me or nothing, and I haven't seen her on any lives. So if any of you guys see her or know how to contact her, I even added a comment tagging her, and she still hasn't contacted me for the pattern. So I got to know where to send it. You're going to be passing right through this way, huh? Well, you'll be going through the 10, so you'll be down passing through Phoenix, which isn't very far. It's a 3-hour drive from Phoenix to come up here, Billy. You're going to Salias. I can't see that correctly. S, the I and L next to each other, it looks like. Do you know, Sandy, about Suburban Hillbilly? There's a way to contact her. I mean, it's here either way. So when she does see the videos, you know, the last 3 videos have said that she was the winner. And if she wants, you know, oh, close to Los Angeles. Okay, that's where I grew up actually when I was a kid before I came to Arizona. Yep, there's a few regulars not here today. That's okay, though. They always see the replays. Replays are there. Plus, this is a fun little project, so I'm pretty sure if you guys want to make this, just let me know. And if you didn't catch all the instructions from the video, then you can just ask me on any one of the social medias below. Because the next step is just going to be strips. Yeah, I know. It's the only thing about replay, but that's okay. That's what comments are for. I get the comments afterwards. Yep, I am going to have to cut 14 more pieces. So it looks like I'm going to have to cut 2 more strips. Or 1 more strip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm only going to get 10, so I'm going to have to cut 2 more strips. See her nowhere. It's been in, yeah, I've seen her in my chat rooms. Oh well. Scott was saying if I don't hear from her in like a week or so, I can just redo the drawing again. I only have addresses from people who have sent me mail and from mail I've sent people. That's it. Which isn't very many, because I'm not popular. Not yet. I am on Facebook and all the rest of them, like Instagram and stuff. My YouTube will get there someday. Someday. Well, I'm on. I'll show you guys how I cut these pieces. Try and move all this stuff out of my way. So to cut these, I don't know if you can see right here, these pieces right here, just going to take my yardage, and I need 2 cuts off of it. So I'm just going to fold it in half onto itself. So if the yardage was in full, it would be this way, but I'm going to fold it in half. Yes, I was. I'm almost at 300, so there'll be some more excitement. But like I told you guys, I'm not going to do anything special until I hit 500 for the next like giveaway and stuff that I did for when I did 100. So I just got to make me a straight line right here. Come on, get on there. So I have it folded in half. You guys can't really see what I'm doing right here, but you could if I had the camera down, but I don't want to move it. But I'm just cutting off, making myself a straight line with my ruler, and I'm going to cut a 6.5 inch wide piece, and then I'm going to subcut that into 4 inch pieces. And my ruler is only 6 inches, so I'm going to use my mat, come over 6, and then add half. Line it up, add half. And I've got 2 cuts there. Let's hope I have enough for this red for the rest of my project. If not, oh well. All right. So now that I have 2 cuts, then I just turn around and subcut the rest into 4 inch. I'm going to have to turn it down because I really want you guys to see how this is cut. So I'm opening them up so that it's not double stacked. Putting the selvage to one end, lining it up on each other, clicking a line on the mat, chop off the selvage real quick. And then I'm coming over 4 inches. And then I move it out of the way. come over 4 inches. So it's 6.5 inches wide, and then I'm subcutting 4 inch. And I just move it out of the way, trying to keep them together as nice as possible so I can cut them on the diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 7, 7. So I need one more cut. One more cut. The rest of this is not needed. Now I'm going to cut them on the diagonal. So I'm going to lay the ruler on this piece from diagonal to diagonal. So this corner to this corner. I'm going to cut it, come to the next one, lay it corner, cut it, go to the next one, lay it from corner to corner, cut it. There's a ton of different blocks that you can make by doing this. And cut it. I'm done with that. Got to stick these in this pile. And this in this pile. And the cutting is complete for that. So let me put it back up. Yes, Thumper uses his quilt. It's on a chair in my bedroom instead of in here so that I can keep him out of here. What was I doing? Oh, there it is. I needed my mouse so I can scroll up because I saw you guys were commenting while I was cutting. All right, let's see. Where was I? I think, okay, let's see. Camp chat and replay. I saw that. Let's see. There your comments. Don't know. Urban heavily has been in the chat. I saw that. Let's see. I read that. Things are falling around here. If everything is okay with her. Yeah, because I haven't seen or heard from her. I haven't seen her on a live chat since before my surgery when I told everyone I wouldn't be back that next Sunday. So, all right. But yeah, Thumper uses his quilt. He lays on the chair. I have 2 wingback chairs in my bedroom. So he sits on his in the chair, but I have his quilt on the chair. And he just gets himself into a little cuddled up position and falls asleep. So this is where I'm at now, by the way. So I'm adding my next piece to this side. Just so you guys know, when I stick them on here, when you go right sides together, you want it to hang out on the end. So see how this side was hanging out? It doesn't need to hang out as much on this side, but you need some on this side because we're trying to create enough right here on this end to have a 1/4 inch seam when we trim all the blocks down. We want to get a good seam because I think I'm going to do a little bit more than a 1/4 inch seam, like whatever that next notch is, 5/8, I think. No, 3/8, 4/8, something like that. I don't know, something like that. I'll have to look later. So I'm just going ahead and adding my next piece. And like I said, with solids, there's no right or wrong side for anybody that wants to do a project like this. And it may seem weird using red fabric with some fabrics that are like all red, but you know what? It's actually popping, so that's a good thing. Like here's the red one with the white polka dots. Again, you can tell the difference between the solid. So, I mean, even though there's not much contrast in it, you can see the difference in the fabrics, so it makes it work just right. Anything else going on for anyone? Does anyone have plans for the week? Besides, we have a vacationer going to California. Anybody else doing anything? Ah. I thought I would have more than this done, but the whole pressing thing. Last night I was sewing all the pieces and then pressing, but I wanted to save some of it so you guys can see how they're sewn on. So I saved 4 stacks so you could see. It went so much faster though because I just started sewing the stacks together in order, and then I took those stacks, put them back in order, and just did it again. You gonna do some sewing this week, Diane? Is that what you're saying? What you gonna sew this week, Diane? I need to turn my body to press. I'm starting to get a cramp. Pouring down rain now there in Ohio. Your 80-pound sissy dog won't go out in the rain. I don't like when dogs go out in the rain anyway, because then they get wet and then they have to come back inside and then they smell like wet dog, and I hate the smell of wet dog. Of all pet peeves, I do not like the smell of wet dog. I don't know why. For dog lovers who don't mind, more power to you, but I don't, especially wet cat too. I don't like the smell of any wet cat or wet dog. Oh, with the quilting thing, yeah, Diane. That'll be awesome. I didn't know if she told you about it yet. I wasn't sure because I didn't hear yesterday's conversation when we were talking. If that was yesterday. Was that yesterday? I don't remember. I think it was yesterday. Could have been. Could have not been. Could have been the day before. Oh. Next pile. So I have 2 more piles. So I got 14 more pieces to make. And then I can start trimming everything down, which that part will go a lot faster. Oh, okay. I knew I didn't hear anything, obviously. Even though I was chasing the babies. Another thing that helps with projects like these that were in your box and you don't know is keeping it organized. So if you do have to put a project back into a box, put it away organized. And I do suggest, since I didn't do it, put a note of what you're working on or the pattern or something in the box with it, because yeah, I didn't have any information. I do remember that I was doing little hexagons. You know how some people do English paper piecing with those little paper things that you make hexagons out of? I never did that. I tried to do it on a regular sewing machine where I sewed on 2.5-inch ones, where I sewed down some of the fabric and left a 1/4 inch at each end, and I tried hooking them all together, and I think I made such a big disaster that I never wanted to do it again. And this must have been my next try, but bigger, I think. I'm not sure. Not really sure. I just know that I had the red in with it and I was doing something. I was building. I had little like half, see if it's in here. Like I was trying to make the hexagon bigger with pieces. I have no idea what I was doing. So I just ripped it all apart, put the ripped out pieces in there, and then just started doing this instead. Now that I got a little bit more experience under my belt. Yes, they are. Too cute. Show up early today. Eyes are getting heavy. Going to call it. Okay, Linda. I know Sundays is an awkward day for you guys, especially because I come on so late, you know, but when my Sunday is over is not till after 5 p.m., unfortunately. So I know some of you guys, it's really late for you guys. I didn't sleep last night, so I slept like an hour maybe. So I'm kind of like, my brain is like wide awake, going strong. I'll probably sleep tonight though. Yeah, it's best to put the pattern in it. Definitely, Diane. All right. Yeah, good night, Linda. We'll talk to you next time. Seven here, 6:53, pretty much 7 p.m. So that makes it like 10 p.m. where some of you guys are on the East Coast then, because you guys have 3-hour difference, right? Maybe I cut my too many pieces. Oh well, I'll use them for something else. I don't think I have any more of this fabric though. Definitely don't think I have that. It would have been in the box if I did. Nine p.m. for you, Diane. Yeah, the sun is probably still up here. It doesn't go down till late. In the summertime, the sun doesn't even go down till like 9 p.m. around here. See, now I'm just going to start chain piecing the rest of these, get it done. Chain piece them, chain press them. I'm not finger pressing either. Tomorrow I'm going to go get my nails done so that I can start finger pressing again without breaking a nail, because I keep breaking my nails and they're really long. I don't know if you guys can see. They're not painted right now, but they're like super duper long, and I have this finger and this finger are both broke, so I need to get a fake nail on them. The rest of it I just get an overlay on so that they're nice and they harden with the acrylic, and I'll have 2 that are fake until they grow back all the way. I got to get that done, or else I just keep breaking them. And I like my nails. It's one thing I'm like, I don't wear makeup or anything like that, but I do make sure that my nails are pretty. I don't know why. It's weird. I guess it's not that weird, though. Let's put this one this way. I used to do your nails all the time, but you've gotten where you just don't Yeah, I used to do them all the time, and then I stopped for a while because my hands get really bad rashes, like really really bad on the tops of my hands and down my fingernails. And when I get my nails done, it's like the acrylic or something on my nails makes the rash worse, and I itch at my fingernails, and then I like end up gouging big cuts out of my hands. So I try to not do my nails and or keep them long when my rash is bad. It's an MS rash. Right now it's not as bad because the gloves that Anna sent me, I've been putting my medicine on my hands so that and then the gloves on top so that I don't scratch it off, so that it can have a chance to work. So it's been keeping my hands a little bit more moisturized, which is good. Who are you saying what to, Diane? Or why? Who, what, when, where, why, and how? All right, now to press all these pieces and sew some more on. Although I kind of just want to finger press, but I don't want it to hurt my finger any more than it already is growing back. Yeah, I was trying not to, so that I don't break it any more than it already is. Because they break so easily. My nails are so thin, like, I don't even know how to show you guys. They literally just bend and fold back on their own. Like, you can hear the flicking sound. They're really, really cheesy nails of mine. They've always been thin, but I think over the years they've gotten thinner. And they bend and grow downward, which is even weirder. They say you can tell a lot by the way your nails grow about your health. Must mean I have bad health if I have bad nails, so I'm going to make them pretty tomorrow. All right. One stack and number 2 stack. Ah, so wrinkling. Yeah, I always finger press. Usually it's always. Plus, when I'm on camera, it's hard to, I always end up having to walk over to the ironing board. I put it next to me, but as you can tell, I'm kind of in a tight space right here. Hi, Karen. Thank you for joining. It's okay. I'm usually on for quite a while, and I'm kind of not really needing to turn it off anytime soon because I'm just kind of chain pressing or chain piecing and chain pressing without the piecing part being chained. I have to break my chain every time. If that explains it. So yeah, I'm just working on a project, trying to get as much as I can done. I was hoping to get to the trimming part while I was live, so we'll see how fast I can get that done. We will see. Let's see if I can get it going. Oh yeah, right here. But I don't want. I have a problem with smells, and I don't think I would like the smell. So far, everybody that I've seen reviews on it, people that I know that use it and have one, they all say it smells really, really bad when you use steam. And I'm a steam presser all the way normally. Right now, I'm not because I don't want to have to get up and down for the water. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if I can handle the smell of it. I would have to go to someone's house that uses one so that I can smell it. See if it's tolerable, you know what I mean? Because if it's not, then I won't bother with getting one. I'll just keep doing what I do. I have a little table pressing mat, table pressing board somewhere, but I also like the room on my table around me, so I don't know if I want it all on a mat. Well, hello there, Michelle. We were waiting for you to come on. We were talking about you a little bit ago. Maybe you heard us talking. You knew we were going to be here. I haven't tried them either. So you haven't tried a wool mat either then, Diane? Good to know, because you're a steam presser too. Glad I haven't. But yeah, well, like I said, I've read a ton of reviews and watched review videos. The smell from them, like they all say that if you're standing right above it or since it's right next to you, you'll smell the wet wool smells like wet dog or wet horse or wet cat or wet any animal that has fur, you know. They all smell funny. And I don't know if they're washable and or able to put like a conditioner on it maybe so that it smells like strawberries every time. Because that would be good. It may be convenient, but convenience does not outweigh a smell. Definitely not. Your ears were burning, huh, Michelle? You knew it. You agree, wet wool smells like wet dog. Yeah, I don't know. I probably, like I said, I'd have to go smell one at a friend's house that has one or something. The only other option is to make myself a more better, because my portable ironing board is small, but it would have to be to the table surface because it's lifted, and if it's not lifted on its legs, then it wobbles, so it wouldn't be safe, especially for right here on the table. So I'll just have this, right here. The only other option is to get a TV stand, a TV tray or whatever, out of somebody's trash, because people throw those away all the time, and I just ripped the nail. To get one of those TV stands out of the trash, and then cover it like an ironing board and just stick it right next to you. So that way you just press real quick, bring a project, press real quick, bring a project. That would be the other option. I have room right here to put a TV stand. All right, those need to be pressed. These need to be sewed. I love horses too. I just don't like the smell of wet anything. I have to shave and wash my cat soon because of the summertime. And yeah, I have to put a lot of conditioners on him, kitty cat conditioners that smell good, or else he'll smell funky. Even though he licks himself and smells normal after a while, that initial smell of wet cat. I'm very, very sensitive to smell. As with any MS patient or a lot of people that have any neurological diseases, our senses are different. So I can smell, like when I get fabric from people, like when I buy the fabric that I do that's from like garage sales and stuff, I can smell if there was perfume on people that quilted, that the smell of their perfumes was on the fabric. Like that's so bad. So I have to wash all that kind of stuff. I don't wear perfume or deodorants or anything because it's just so strong. See, some people like it. I don't like the smell of any wet animal. I might not have enough pieces. I might have to cut one more. Let's see. I forgot that I needed 4 per block. I wasn't thinking. This is kind of one of those wing it projects, you know? Normally I write all the things down, how many pieces I need, and so on and so forth. How many cuts I need to make. And I broke this nail now, so I gotta file it real quick before it snags on anything else. Keeps snagging. I'll wash the pet. I just don't like the smell of the pet. Yeah, it smells like that. Broccoli fish. I can't stand anybody cooking fish. I don't, my husband or anybody, I don't do it. No fish products at all. Just can't do it. I don't like the smell of my husband's chili. I don't like the smell of some canned goods. I'm like, I don't know, super duper picky about smells. It's not my fault. The disease did this to me. I used to love the smell of stuff. I used to have perfumes. I still have perfumes. I just don't wear them. It snagged again. I didn't file it good enough or what? Try not to break it any further. I don't want my nails broke any further. I'm going tomorrow to make them nice. I'll leave this up here with me. Yeah, mine don't go outside either. Thumper's 100% indoor only cat. Did you guys know that? Sounds like your TV, what? Is on 3 or 4. What do you mean? Your volume isn't very loud? TV tray. So you have a TV tray on wheels, Ramona? That actually, see, I have enough room right here for one because I don't think they're very big. They're kind of small. I think that would be cool. And I have a little Rowenta little iron that my daughter gave me. I tried it, but I haven't actually used it. So it's just sitting up on the shelf, and it'd be perfect for a little itty bitty thing. Yes, I love my shirt too. We gotta thank Anna for that because Anna gave it to me. Keeps me from having to choose something to wear, always being in my pajamas when I'm on live stream. So I've been leaving it in here so that I can just throw it on while I'm on live stream. Oh yeah, I don't like bell peppers. I don't like any of it. I don't even eat the stuff though, so it's okay. There's only a few smells of things that I like fried potatoes. I like when the smell of my fried potatoes. I don't like the smell of onions being cooked, but I like the smell of fried potatoes. I'm weird and picky. I'm probably the pickiest person I know or have ever known. I don't know anybody that's as picky as I am. Wow. Yep, it's very nice of her to send it to me. It was in my Get Well gift. I don't like the sound of cartoons when grandkids are here. You keep telling them to turn it down. SpongeBob is one of the worst. I don't like sounds either, but sounds affect my ears. Just like light, I don't like too much light because, like, I can't do strobe lights or anything like that. Obviously, I don't party or anything, but I can't do it because it affects my head because I'm peripherally blind and it causes me to have seizures. So some things I just can't do, but certain sounds, yeah. We have a lot of cartoons on during the day here, but most of them are singing and stuff, so it's no big deal. But SpongeBob and stuff would be annoying, yes. My kids used to love that back when they were little. It's a good thing that they don't have that for my girls to watch, for the babies, because they wouldn't watch that anyway. They're very picky about what they watch and what they don't watch. I gotta cut some more pieces real quick too. Didn't cut myself enough. I'm just gonna lay this back up here. And cut one more strip off. This is what I get for not doing a estimation before making. I need to be able to do this more times. All right, one more strip should do it. Remember, I'm cutting 6.5 inch strips by 4 inches. So I'm cutting them 6.5 inch off the fabric first, off the bolt, and then 4.5 inch subcuts. Or 4 inch, sorry. Why did I say half? Because the first cut's 6.5, that's why. Sorry if I'm out of camera, obviously. I'm in a funny position real quick so that I can trim these real quick. That way I can have my pieces ready to go. That be enough? I don't know. Let's see right now. This better be enough pieces because I'm running out of red and I'm not going to have enough for my next section. And that means I will have to stop. And I don't want to stop. All right, let's see. Diane had a big juicy steak. Don't tease me. I can't eat that yet. Ew, mushrooms? Gross. You can keep the mushrooms. I'll just take the big juicy steak. Do I still not have enough pieces? This should be enough. Hopefully. Because I need 2 for each 7 pieces. So I need 14 and 14. This looks like 14 and 14. If anything, I'll have to cut more. I'm probably going to run out, though, and I'm going to need more red. Maybe I could choose a different color off the shelf. I don't really want to put another color, though. That's the thing. I want to make my hexagons float. See, Michelle, if you were here, you could just come cut and do it all for me. You could do all the pressing, or we get this done faster. That way this could go on the couch and be done sooner. I don't even know how I'm going to quilt it. I'll probably just do an edge to edge all over. Maybe I'll let Triana quilt it with some squigglies. Like she did on the practice piece yesterday. That's funny. Oh, I forgot to share pictures in the group. I'll put them in there later today. Yesterday I practiced for my first time. I don't usually I don't load practice material and do anything. I guess not that kind of quilter. I just kind of go with the flow once it's loaded and just I know what to quilt. But I had an idea in my head to quilt a border, so I just did this like border design. I like marked out the area and then did this border design, and I was like, wow, I did pretty good for my first time. So I was just practicing, but I took pictures before I let Triana swiggle and squirm all over the fabric with the long arm. I'll show you guys in the group. If you guys are in the group, subscribe to the group or join the group, and then you can see pictures of what I was doing yesterday on the long arm, practicing, because I need to practice, I guess, more often. But it's a neat border design. It was a lot of work, but it'll definitely be worth it if I do it on a nice big quilt with a nice big border. And you guys know me, I like borders on quilts anyway, so I'll find something to do it on. Practice. Oh, for the Love Shouldn't Hurt quilt, yeah. Got a hungry boy and enjoyed what I had. Hugs and kisses to you all. Okay, Sandy, we'll see you next time. Have fun. Get something good to eat. That's what I'm going to do soon enough. We'll see. I'm not like fully there, but I'm almost there in that hunger stage. I had macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for lunch, so I'm okay. Yeah, I know you guys say healthy, but you have quilter's block. I had that when I put that other quilt on the frame that one day, and it just sat there and sat there. I didn't know what to do. That's why I decided to load a practice piece of fabric, so I can mess about with things that are in my head. Or something that I've seen online or on a video or something, you know, because you guys see quilting ideas in quilts. So if you guys find a quilt online, like on Pinterest or something, and then you zoom in and look at the quilting, that's a way to get the idea. You just have to pick a line and start from the beginning of that line, and then draw it out in your head or draw it out on paper and follow it. And that's definitely a good way to learn how to quilt as well, besides watching a video of someone quilting and using your phone or tablet or whatever you're holding to watch the video to follow as they move, so that you get that general muscle memory built in your arms of how to move things. That's how I taught myself. So, and now I kind of just see things in my head. It's just like patterns. I see it all in my head, so it comes right to me. What about Etsy shop? I don't know if I have a delay or not, because I haven't Like I'll see your guys' comment and then it takes a few minutes for another comment to come. It's weird. I might have a delay. Or you guys have a delay of me. Either way, it's the same thing. No, Blueprint print was Craftsy. Etsy is one where I sell things on, like other crafters sell their own crafts on. Blueprint is what was. Blueprint is now what Craftsy was. That's where you guys would find the famous Angela Walters. Yeah, I do too. Well, I subscribe to everybody. You guys know that. I watch a lot of people. And I don't know if you guys can even see all that. My profile is public, so you guys might be able to see all the things I subscribe to. Like I really subscribe to a lot. Too bad none of you lived close. You can come over and press all this for me. Michelle, come on, get in the car. 14 more pieces to sew on. Yeah, there's 14 pieces there. There's got to be 14 more pieces there. There better be 14 more pieces there. So this quilt will be 7 across by 8 down, by the way, everybody. Just so you know, which is what any layer cake would be. So I'm pretty sure that's what all this is from, is a layer cake that I separated everything. And then all the scraps, as you know, I will make something from, probably on the side or during a live, I'm not sure. But we'll work on this for now. And I still got to do my customer quilt as well. My phone was going crazy. All right. Almost done. I'll sew the other ones on and press them, and then I'll show you guys what I'm going to do for trimming. Hi, Sinead. How are you? Diane had a blonde moment. Oh, because Craftsy is Blueprint. Yes, Blueprint is what Craftsy was. Craftsy gave up their thing, and now it's Blueprint. Which is still the same. It's the same, but they just have new owners or new whatever. So they run things just a little bit differently. But Angela Walters is still the face of it, so I guess that's all that matters. Somebody that you can relate to is still the face of it, so that is a good thing. Still same videos too. The Midnight Quilt Show. How are you feeling, Sinead? I saw that you were having a migraine or something yesterday, and I was thinking about you because I deal with those all the time, so I know it's not good to have one. Okay, last pieces. I'm just going to put these right here next to me, lay it right sides together, and sew it. Remember, one more time before I finish, I'm crossing them over each other, so when this is regular, it will cross over, but it's right sides together. It's hanging off on each side. So there's some hanging off on the side, some hanging off on the side, and obviously there'll be waste because that'll get cut off. So anybody that wants to do these hexies like this and what I'm doing, just remember, you can ask me for all the measurements in the group or whatever. It's all written down on my handy dandy little post-it note. Well, hopefully, did you take something to get better? I hope it goes away the rest of the way for you. Thank you. Yep, it's a gift from Anna, which she's not on right now. I haven't seen her name today, so. But yeah, it's from Anna. It was one of my get well gifts after my surgery. It's very comfortable. It's a very soft cotton polyester something blend, but it feels really soft. And it looks black to you guys, but it's actually like a washed black where it's got that gray look to it, but it looks black. It reads black, but it's actually like black washed, or I don't know how they say it. Maybe it's called gray washed. I'm not sure how it's called, but there's a word for it. Oh no, Michelle. I think she went to go feed kids. Or a kid. I don't know which kid. It says quilting is my therapy. Obviously, I don't know if it's backwards. For me, it's backwards. I don't know if it's backwards for you guys. It's kind of pretty much what Angela Walters wears when she does a midnight quilting show. Hi, Krusty. What's up? I figured that you would have joined. I saw that you subscribed earlier. Yeah, but I'm on pretty late, and I'm on long times usually. So it's okay. I'm here. Working on my floating hexies quilt with solid hexies. A project that was in a box and needed to come out because it wasn't originally designed for this. Like I said earlier, I don't even know what I was going to do with it, but I'm doing something now. That's all that matters. It's getting done. Oh, yeah, we didn't know who you were feeding, Sandy. The gang's all here. I have a nice full house tonight. 15 of you. Oh, you're going to make a t-shirt quilt, Taneda? I want to make a t-shirt quilt out of all band shirts. Like 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s rock band shirts. Maybe early 2000s. Like metal and rock band shirts. I think that would be cool. That was my idea because I have some old t-shirts that are from bands when I was a teenager, you know. I don't have enough for a quilt, though. Look at this. I'm going to have plenty of pieces. Haha, there you go, Michelle. I had plenty. I had plenty. I cut enough. More than enough, really. I probably wouldn't have needed that complete last cut that I made. But that's okay. Hopefully I have enough for the next step, which I don't know, but I'll look on my fabric shelf. I don't think I have any more of this red, though, because this is a couple years old, so. I go through solids so fast, which you guys know, because I use solids in my backgrounds. My filler colors are usually 100%, most likely, a solid. sponge colors are solid. My whatever colors are I always use solid. Solid is my go-to thing. Plus, it's easier to get, and it's cheaper to buy a ton of it than it is to buy some other random color. Except for my customer quilt. The Nautical Star is getting a white on white. But it still reads solid, so. All right. So you have a closed down quilt shop. Let's see, what sewing machine? I have a Juki TL 2010Q. And yeah, I like it because it goes fast. And I like to go fast. You guys are going fast now. I can't see. T-shirt, okay, T-shirt feel sounds good right about now. Talk of food makes talk about food makes us all hungry. You guys know that that's one thing I don't like to talk about, because every time you guys bring up pies and this and that and cakes and this and that and steaks and burritos and lasagnas and you guys kill me with it all. A few weeks with you that don't know yet. Glad to have them around. It's nice to have your kids around. Like you guys know, I only have one kid left at home. It's so weird. I got to the machine thing. Bad thing, the quilt shop closed down. I read that. Welcome. Hi. Sandy's back. Looks like. Oh, yeah, I'm covered in tattoos. Usually you see them normally. But I got my new When I Quilt shirt. So when you guys hear of a tattooed quilter, that would be me, except that name was already taken by a guy that doesn't have very many tattoos. Yeah, I'm covered in them. I have them everywhere. Arms, back, front, chest, legs. All right, now press the rest of these pieces, and then I can start trimming. Yay! Always wanted one, but too chicken to get one. Straighten. Send back that you're straightening if you're sorry. Meant your sewing machine has tats. Yes, the sewing machine has tats too. Both my sewing machines do. They were a gift, so I put them on. And they're super cute because I love butterflies, which are tattooed on me as well. You guys got to think, I don't think of the sewing machine tattoos when I think of tats, because I am covered in tats and I used to tattoo. So there's a little bit of the word tattoo is to tattoo the body for me, not my machine, but my machine has them. I think the actual package said machine art or something like that, or I forgot the word for it. I have this nice healthy stack right here. See my nice big huge stack? All my blocks. My funky blocks, because right now they look funny. But now I can move the iron out of my way soon. So it's good. Show the video of it later. Always wanted to tell Diane that we were quilting. Yeah, everybody knows, Michelle. I said that earlier in the video that we were up talking until like 3 in the morning. But then everybody knows that me and you talk all the time, Michelle. Duh. Except we were not actually talking the whole time, because we were actually quilt talking. So she was quilting, I was piecing, And that was our conversation, which there was few words. We'd have to yell at each other. Hey, hey, hello, are you paying attention? Okay, hey, this is what I'm saying. We do it all the time. Like I said, guys, she's my insomniac buddy. We are insomniac quilters. Okay, now to turn the iron off. Move it out of my way. All right, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to be trimming these blocks up. Yeah, I'm a severe insomniac. So, Krusty, if you ever see in the middle of the night it kick on, that's because I get on in the middle of the night very often. That's why nobody really ever sees my videos, because a lot of them are in the middle of the night. I mean, some people see them, obviously. So I'm going to turn the camera down so you guys can watch me quilting this. Was someone just joining? I'm seeing a bunch of hey Lindas. Hi, Linda. Oh, Linda Turner. Okay. You're not late. I'm still going. So I'm going to turn the camera down. Is it blurry? Why does it look blurry? No, that's blurry. That's unblurry. It must be just me, huh? Is it just me? Stay. I want you guys to see these really nicely. Look at that. All right. So I'm going to take this ruler. I'm going to line it up on the edge. I'm going to use my hexie as the guide. So this top part of my hexie, I live streamed of yours a long time ago, and I think you were in. I was in my garage. Yeah, I'm in my house now. It took a long time to be able to come in the house, but I got a new long arm, so it takes up even more of the garage. So I came inside when another kid moved out. All right, so I'm just going to chop using the hexie as my guide. So, I mean, I'm not really wasting too much. This is how much is getting wasted. I mean, it could be used for something if you want to piece long strips with, you know, one piece and then put another piece and just make long strips, every other piece being something else. So that's on whoever, obviously. I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to choose to cut this side. And I'm using on the ruler, it has angles, the 60-degree angle. So my 60-degree angle is lined up right here. It's hard for you guys to see because the markings on this are orange and the fabric is red. So I'm just going to put my pieces out of the way, and I'm going to leave it just like this for now. I am not trimming my sides yet. I'm going to leave my sides on. So for now, all I am doing is taking off the part that sticks out from the sides of the hexies. Everything else I'm going to leave because I want to create a 1/4 inch seam, and I'm not sure how big my 1/4 inch. I want at least, like, we're going to look right now just so you guys know. So there's 1/4, half. That'd be 4/8. That's 5/8. I think I'm going to do a little bit more than a 1/4 because I want a little bit more than a 1/4 inch, but I'm not going to do it till after I sew on the next section, since all of this is like perfect. But I want it to be just ever so slightly right. So I'm just going to trim all these up, stack them out of the way. Unfortunately, I can only do one at a time. And I think I'm just going to see if this one, nope, that's not going to work. I thought that was going to work. I guess I'll have to keep using this. Yeah, I don't want to trim it because I don't want to, there's no way to put it back, and I don't want to add no more to the sides, so that's why I'm doing it this way. So I'll just left and right hand cut it because there's two 60-degree angles to line up on. Making sure that it's all correct. Let's do my two-handedness. So I'm just going to line it up along the top. slide it over. If you guys are not left and right-handed, or ambidextrous is what it's called, do not do this. Just flip your block every time. Or use a rotating mat. I'm not as fast when it comes to cutting with my left hand as I am with my right hand. I try to be a little bit more careful, just in case. I don't throw anything away usually. You can ask everyone. Look at some of my previous videos. I throw only if I can't use it. Like this one will be too small. But this one is not too small. See the difference? And then what I would do is I would take the scraps and I would take a piece like this and sew a piece like this on it and grab another fat piece like this, throw it on the other side, chop that off, sew it to the next one. Everybody knows that's what I do. I use most of my scraps. If it's too small, I won't use it, but anything under an inch wide, usually I don't save. But if it's not an inch, I mean, if it is more than an inch, then I'll use it. Then it's okay. And it's A-okay. Not a fan of scrappy quilts or sewing small pieces. Mine, here, I'll get out of what you guys would call a scrappy quilt. Is not scrappy. This is really tiny pieces, but not scrappy. It's controlled scrappy is what I do with my small pieces. So that's what I make. Obviously, this is just the sides of it. This is a small quilt, though. But I always use, like I said, this is another one example of me using up my tiny scraps. I make blocks with them, and then I'll turn the block into something else. Yeah, don't hate you. I like, you know, some people have one like and some people have another. I just so happen to like using my scraps because I like to be creative, and plus I have a lot of things that, like, all my medical problems, and so sitting and sewing scraps kind of just helps me relax. Helps me stay sane. Turning. Yeah, I need one of those thingies. That's okay. This is working. I'm lining up. I just have to keep paying attention to this darn 60-degree angle. Oops. Because if not, then I end up with that little piece right there. Isn't right. And I don't have to, I don't know, I don't want to keep turning it every time. Because that seam is great. So turning it seems too whatever. I got this whole stack to do. Stretch around the cutting that awkwardly. I could, but then if I stand on this side of the cutting table, like if I was to put it this way, if I stood on this side of the cutting table, you guys would just see my back. No big deal. So again, I'm just lining up my 60-degree angle on an angle down here at the bottom. And then I'm lining up the side of the hexagon and trimming away my little pieces. Like I said, it's not a lot of waste what I'm making, but it's, oops, I'm trying to keep my colors together, so my stacks. Although it's not going to matter when I get to the next part of this quilt anyway. So I'm going to chain piece the whole thing. Alright, stay. Don't you hate that when things slide around funny? This ruler has little grippies on it too, and it still moves around. I know that, Teresa, and I'm glad you sent it to me because I'm going to make something with it. Everybody knows I make something with it. Any scraps? Oh, that so that you guys know, during my downtime after surgery, Teresa sent me a box of scraps. I showed you the rulers she sent me, the long arming quilting ruler, but I didn't show you the box of scraps. But I had stuck it in a pile and everything's buried on it, so I kind of can't get to it right now because I was making quilts and stacking things up, trying to get things situated in here. And yeah, it kind of got put aside. But it's a scraps of flannel and minky fabric. And I'm going to make a little something with it. Don't know what. Something, though. Yeah, I showed it, I think when I came back at my first video after the surgery. If you guys don't know and need to be told, it's out in the, I was using it on the long arm yesterday, so it's already out there. But Teresa sent me a 3 inch by 12 inch or something like that. Maybe it's 4 inch by 12 inch long arming ruler, because I didn't have a long one. I had just a little 6 inch one, and it was not covering as much ground on big blocks. So now I can cover way more space. Yep, and it works amazing, and I love it. And I thank you, Teresa. You guys all know I appreciate any gifts anybody sends me. And I use everything, and or in some cases wear everything. I do have to say this for future advance notice when people send me things. If anyone ever sends me t-shirts, make sure they're large. I know you guys think I'm a super small person, but I do actually wear a large t-shirt because I have big boobs and broad shoulders. So just so anybody knows, in the future, I don't ask for whatever for gifts. So, but I know people like to send them. So if you do, and anybody ever sends any kind of shirt, just make sure it's a large.
What are we talking about? Your boobs?
Well, I was saying in case for the future, I forgot to warn people. If anyone ever sends me clothes, to make sure, that it's a large shirt, because I can't wear smalls or mediums, which is what I would normally look like I would wear, but I don't, because I'm a small person. I wear a large because I have broad shoulders and big boobs. Not my fault.
One person wants to send you pie. Should we send you pie?
How do you send pie in the mail? You guys know you can't tease me with food. And I don't know how you would send pie in the mail anyway. Even though you know I would love it. I like pie. Scotty does too. He likes apple crisp.
Yes.
He's an apple crisp fan. I like pumpkin pie. That's my favorite. Stay straight, stay straight, stay straight. Oh, Scott's in here, by the way, guys, if you heard him or not. He's standing right here.
Did you tell him what kind of long arm you have?
I have a King Quilter 2 Elite Special Edition on a 12-foot frame.
Did you show the ruler again? Teresa missed the ruler.
No, I already talked about it.
Oh, okay.
It's out in the garage.
Okay.
Everybody knows what a long arming ruler is.
Hi, Michelle.
Sorry, I don't pay attention as much when I'm trimming. So Scott will read them for me if he notices that I'm not looking at the camera.
They have interesting name now. You got a crusty old man beard name.
Yeah, that's crusty.
Hi.
They were on
they said hi. So
oh my god, I just had a brain fart. Whatever I was watching earlier, that I'm always on.
Well, Ms. Rodriguez is her sewing machine starting to collect dust, she says.
What? No way, Sinead. You need to pull it out and do some sewing. Once a week, woman. Just choose a day of the week. Sunday. Why not?
Diane says
a day of the week and sew.
Says, hey, did you know you're up to 20 people tonight?
Really?
It actually says 21.
I have 21 viewers at once. It's a miracle. Hi,
Vicky.
Vicky, Where were you, Vicky? I didn't even see you talking
Vicky
at all
came
for
on
a
and said
while.
hi.
No, she was here earlier, and then I didn't see her name for a while.
And crusty old man beard says I'm a girl. Okay. We're just
said
saying you
crusty.
have an interesting name. We're not making fun of you.
No, the one name that other night, something. I don't know if you guys remember when I turned Diane and Sinead into the whatchamacallit. That was a funny name that was on. They were trying to get me to say things.
Marla wants to know if you go live every Sunday. She tries to, Marla.
Sunday.
She
Every
misses
Sunday,
one or
but
two
there's
here
no
and there.
specific time. I wasn't on 2 Sundays ago because I had surgery. So, and usually if something surgery-wise or hospital-wise or anything like that, when it comes to my medical, I usually pre-warn you guys unless it's like an emergency. But usually everybody knows. And if you join the group, you get more updates than YouTube will, since I can't go live from mobile devices yet because of the whole 1,000 subscriber thing. I was kicked off from doing that. But as soon as I can go live again, then it'd be easier to tell you guys if something's wrong or happening. But I did take a weekend off. Well, actually a week off from sewing completely. And I eased myself back in, but every Sunday usually after 5 p.m., somewhere 5 p.m. Arizona time, because we don't have time change here. So Arizona time, 5 p.m. and after is when I would come on. And I'm usually on for an hour or 2 or 3, just depends on how long it takes me to do something.
Marla requested to join the group.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll get to it after. Michelle is the manager of that, so she takes care of all those notifications usually.
Vicky was having internet trouble. That's why she wasn't on.
Oh, sorry, Vicky. Is it bad weather? Is it raining or snowing or something?
And Teresa wants to know how we're live now.
Because I have a computer.
You're allowed to be live with a computer. You can't use Android stuff if you don't have 1,000
Or
subscribers.
not just Android, any mobile device. So
any mobile
tablets,
device.
cell phones, even if it's Apples or whatever, you can't use any. I'm just going to fix these later because this is pissing me off right here. Whatever.
And Krusty wants to know, is your ruler colored or do you still have a protective film on it?
It is white with orange and it has little sandpaper grippies on it.
It looks colored when you're putting it over the thing.
Oh, yeah.
On its own, no, it's not.
It's got black lines and orange lines. It's not very easy for me to see on red fabric, actually.
Yes, Teresa, we are not too happy about it either. It makes things harder for us because neither one of us are very technology people.
And you guys know I prefer my tablet and I can't do any long arming videos now, so.
It makes it harder because we have a very slow, cheap internet. So even the new cameras that she did buy, we can't use. And now we can only use the one because she doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet.
And the camera that I did buy, I can use, but to make the video and edit it, you guys know, it'll take like 7 to 12 to 4 days, 7 to 12 hours to 4 days to upload a video that's 15 minutes long. That's why I'd rather just go live. So now I'm stuck with lives only from in here. Unless you guys are in the group, then you guys can get some long arming shots here and there.
Hi, Sunita.
And those, again, who are new to my channel, my husband, Scott, he is shirtless right now because he walks around with no shirt on in the house. So obviously,
I'm not in the camera.
You have to go to past videos to see him in camera, to know what he looks like, to hear the man behind the voice.
Kirsty says that everything looks red. It's probably the lighting. She is doing red fabric, so that might.
The fabric is red with red.
The light we have on overhead, the main light, is not the best.
You can turn that one off and see if it changes it.
Did that help?
It also helps if I.
Did that help with lighting wise?
Change it like this a little.
That ruler does really look orange.
It is orange.
Oh, I know, but you can see it.
Yeah.
No,
it has.
I don't see any difference.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. Yeah.
I have like a bunch of lights in here. That's why I get so hot and I have to turn the fan on because the lighting in here just to have a video going makes it really hot. If I didn't have the lights on, it was just sewing. I don't use this many lights normally.
I got a deal on ceiling fans, so I bought a bunch of ceiling fans at once from Home Depot or Lowe's, I forget which one. And they have really crappy light in, and yes, you can change the bulb, but it's
really,
the bulb
really
you have
dinky.
to use is a little teeny dinky thing, and it's crappy light. So we had to add a bunch of lights because I put in all my own ceiling fans. I do a lot of my own work. We don't have the money to buy the top of the line everything, so.
Yeah. So I have all these little lights we got at neighbors gave to us in garage sales, just so I could have enough lighting in here. Oh my God, I got a lot more pieces to cut. So I'm gonna tip this up for now, and we'll come back with this probably tomorrow or the next day. Oh my God, stop. Stop. There we go. Stay. All right, so I'm going to stop for now because I need to get off and eat and all that stuff. And bring this up here. So what I'm making again is hexagons. And now now that I got the sides on, doesn't it look cool? Now you guys could actually see the colors of the fabric. Why didn't I think about turning my lights like that before? I don't know. So there's lots of pretty colors in here. The red's on red. So I'm not going to trim these sides yet because I want a little bit more than a 1/4 inch space. I want them to look like they're floating. So I'm going to add a strip. Hopefully I have enough red. I'm going to look through all the rest of my fabric and see if there is any more because I don't know if there's going to be enough. But I'm going to go on each side with a strip, but they're going to be different sizes so that every block can get flipped. And when it's flipped, what will happen is it will put the blocks in different positions when they're laid out. So the layout will be 7 across by 8 down. Again, the original size of these hexies were probably 10-inch squares because I have pieces, but I cut them with, I'll have to hold the red thing again because you guys can't see this, but I'll hold this up with it again. I cut them with this ruler. It's half hexie and half equilateral triangle, and you can do tons of different things with it. And it cuts an 8.5 inch hexie. So I used this to make the hexies a long time ago, stuck them in a box, don't remember what I was doing, changed up my design. The pieces that create these 4 corners is a 6.5 inch piece wide, subcut into 4-inch strips, and then cut them on the diagonal, which will give you these. So since I use a solid, it don't matter which is front and which is back, but so your piece would have been like this. So it would have been 6.5 inch long by 4-inch wide. And usually I come up with all my own. Obviously there's a little bit of hang off, but there was no way around that. I needed the hang off. So yeah, so stay tuned. I'll come back again. If it's not till next Sunday, I don't know, but I'll try to do it through the week. I have tomorrow off, so I'm going to add the next sides after I trim it all and stuff. Maybe even in the middle of the night. You never know. So I will see you all next time, and thank you for joining me on Sew Sunday. But those that are new and just popping in or just watching the video later, don't forget to subscribe. It's down here somewhere, or probably down there. I don't know which side it's on. And then hit that little notification bell when it pops up. Get notifications when I'm on, and I will see you guys sometime through the week. And if not, next Sunday. Bye for now.
Aw. Enjoys the time that she's spent with me. Or Sandy enjoys.
Oh, I'm okay, guys. Yeah, I'll read all that real quick before I click off. So Neda, you can get to sewing. Just start already. We'll talk later, everyone. Bye.